Wait, there we go. Okay, so, and I remember to put it on me this time, because I'm not nearly as drunk as I was when we were talking about Scott. Or talking to Scott, not about Scott. We weren't talking about you, Scott.
With
no.
Scott. We weren't talking to Scott, we were talking with Scott.
Whatever, same fucking difference. Shut up. So, what was I arguing with you about? Oh yes, Gwen Stacy's death. So, we've talked about this, yes, in the movies, in the fucking, Andrew Garfield fucking Spider-Man. Anyway, from a cinematography, perspective, they fucked it up because there's this whole fucking controversy over whether or not in the movie she hits the ground.
She does.
And you and I have had we've had this debate, but she's not supposed to hit the ground. It's supposed to be the fall that breaks. Yes, so they did it wrong.
Yes, I know.
Because they made it look like it's questionable, but they made it look like her fucking head hits the goddamn concrete.
Yes.
So they did it wrong.
Yes.
But you said a minute ago that they didn't do it wrong.
No, I never said that.
You did say that.
No, She snaps her neck. In the movie, she cracks her head and they make a beat out of it.
So they did it wrong.
I never said that they didn't do it wrong.
Didn't he say that they did not do it wrong? I said they did it wrong, and he was like, no.
No comment.
Boom.
No comment does not mean that you're right.
Yes, it does.
It does not.
Anyways.
You're on crack.
In the comic books, Gwen Stacy dies because Spider-Man goes to catch her and she's falling basically at terminal velocity. He catches her, snaps that neck. In the movie, he's too slow, gives too much web out, and she hits her head. He grabs her by she's that close to the ground and just they make a little beat out of it.
I agree with everything you're saying right now, but a minute ago I said they fucked up Gwen Stacy's death. You said no, they didn't. And I was like, yes, from a cinematographic perspective, I don't even think that's a word. Whatever, moving on. That's what I said. Shut up. So, from a cinematographic perspective,
there you go.
They fucked it up. And you were like, no, they didn't.
Yeah, they just changed it.
But they still fucked it up, though, because there's the controversy, because there are people who are saying that she didn't hit her head.
Oh, no, she definitely hit her head. I mean, you can see it in the movie.
But there's no blood. There's no blood splatter.
But
if you hit your
Disney
if you hit your head,
it changes it to like right when she goes to hit her head, doesn't where it's like right there and you can see her smack her head real quick, and
but
then,
you would see an explosion of blood.
But they're not gonna.
It's a Disney movie.
Exactly. So they didn't do it right because either you should leave it the way it's supposed to be, with her like breaking.
I think it would have been better if they would have just left it with them.
Because if you're gonna make it,
would have been like,
yeah.
Oh, I saved you, and then she would have been like, but.
And also, like, just if you're going to change it to where she fucking cracks her skull open, then change it to where she cracks her skull open.
Yeah.
But there are people who are saying she doesn't crack her skull open because you don't see the explosion of blood, which would have been instantaneous. And then there are people.
Way, she still died.
The movies never do anything right, especially when it comes to the gunshots. Like when you get shot by a gun, you don't fucking get blown 15 feet fucking back. A lot of times when
that depends on what kind of gunshot.
I've seen videos of people getting shot by 45s, which are a lot of fucking guns that they used in these movies and shit. And a lot of times it's just, oh fuck, I've been shot. Not, oh my god. Even with shotgun blast, it doesn't fucking blow you back.
I don't know. I've seen a real live video of one person get shot, and that was with a BB gun. So, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I've seen the videos where people get actual shot.
That person thought that they had just been, like, stung by something, and it really fucking hurt until they realized that their ear was suddenly pierced.
Felt like somebody done bit me in the butt. I got shot in the buttocks. So, yeah, the movies never get anything right.
Well, that's true, but I'm saying that was
so they're not going to put an explosion.
That was a very specific fuck up that they did it like there was a fuck up because there is a serious there are people who say she snapped her spine or she snapped her neck from the fall. There are other people who say she hit her fucking head, And neither answer is technically correct based on what they show you in the movie. Based on the movie,
honestly, it could be either one because she did hit her head on the concrete, but the force of him catching her still would have snapped her neck. So either one of those could have killed her.
I mean, it's
but she doesn't hit her head because if she hit her head, there'd be an explosion of blood.
She hits her head.
But there was no explosion of blood.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Super loud.
Well, the pop necessarily.
Deadpool came along with a little video analyzing it, and they was like, "Oh yeah, no, watch you. I'll even make a little beat." And it's just Gwen Stacy's head just pouncing, and Deadpool's like, "Yeah, see, right here."
But there's no explosion.
It doesn't matter.
You can't. But if someone, okay,
it's a Marvel Disney movie. They're not gonna put fucking Gwen Stacy's head turning into scrambled eggs.
That doesn't
on the
matter.
bottom of a fucking church floor.
That doesn't. They don't have to make it as realistic as it would have been, but they could have at least
put some ketchup on the bottom. Sure.
Exactly.
But they didn't.
So she didn't.
Little boys and girls would have been like,
hit her head.
She hit her fucking.
She didn't hit her head.
It's like when fucking Superman flies down and catches somebody that's falling at terminal velocity, and she's like, "Oh, here you go." Whoop. No, they would have fucking broken their fucking bones. Because the surface area on which they're falling on, like if Superman goes to catch fucking Lois,
bulletproof.
I mean, wherever they hit right here, he doesn't give. So their body wraps around his fucking arms. So all the times that fucking Superman saves Lois, she would have died.
I get that.
So they have to change it.
But in the comics,
she smacked her head in the movie.
Because in the comics,
that's the sound that was being made.
Because the reason I can say they fucked it up is because they did change it. Now in the comics, when Superman catches Lois, he fucking catches Lois and she doesn't die, even though according to physics she would. So you can say, okay, well in the Superman universe, for whatever reason, these laws of physics don't matter. But you can't say that about this specific incident in the Spider-Man universe because they changed it. We don't know if in the Spider-Man universe that would have fucking happened if somehow her brains would stay in her skull. Because it's not in the fucking comics. In the comics, she doesn't hit her head. So she didn't hit her head.
Tomatoes. She hit her fucking head.
She didn't hit her head.
We're gonna watch the movie, and I'm gonna pause it right as that head just goes bloop, and it just sits
And I'm gonna be like, there's no blood. So there is at least an, fucking millimeter of air.
I think we can say she hit her head, whether or not she cracked her skull.
But you can't hit your head and not crack your skull.
Oh, I can punch you in the face right now and not crack your skull.
If the force was enough to break her fucking neck and or spine, the force is enough to crack her fucking skull.
Well, it depends, because he did catch her, and so she was pulled up for a brief second that she would have slowed down enough that maybe when she hit her head...
Enough of a blunt force trauma.
No.
Scrambled that brain.
It still would have, there's gonna be blood. There's gonna be blood.
Give up.
No, there's gonna be blood.
Can we move on?
When you agree that physics doesn't change just because they decided to rewrite it in a way that was not intended by the original
Marvel and DC universe.
Comic books.
Admit that DC. They're just Dixie. Just admit that fucking Disney fucked it up.
Well, Disney fucks up everything.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
They fucked up Star Wars. Fuck you, Disney.
That's all I needed. They should just make everything rated R like Deadpool.
I mean, Logan was rated R.
Logan wasn't that much of a superhero movie, though.
That's still a good movie.
It was a good movie.
I cried.
Anyway.
Cried like a big old baby. Go visit her page. Look at all of her cosplay stuff.
Oh, yes.
Samantha Spooky.
If you're listening to this and you were not above the age of 18, where the fuck are your parents? If you are above the age of 18, she does very sexy cosplay.
I do indeed.
And she also does some sexy, suitable for work cosplay. And she does also some very sexy, not suitable for work. You will totally get fired. That is sexual harassment. Don't look at that on your screen at work kind of cosplay.
NCFW.
Not safe for work.
Boom.
Not C. You
said
said...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you said... Yes, NS.
NS.
You said NC.
NSYNC.
You're secretly...
I was actually listening to NSYNC in the car when I pulled up.
You can't
Which
be
one?
our friend anymore.
Which one? No, what song?
Oh, I don't remember. It was
Really?
too long ago.
It's like
I can't.
over an hour ago.
No, wait. You can't be our friend anymore. You listen to NSYNC.
You don't like NSYNC? Tearing up my heart.
I made
That
fun
was
of
a banger.
every girl who listens to NSYNC when I was growing up.
What?
Or the Backstreet Boys. Yes.
I was like, not even preteen when NSYNC was a big thing. So, I mean, tiny little girl.
Are you telling me you didn't get
boy band.
into
Hanson?
fucking New Kids on the Block?
Yes. But am I still into New Kids on the Block? No.
Because they're
That is
not
the
around
difference.
anymore.
That is the difference.
Actually, even though they are making a tour again. With Salt and Pepper.
I mean,
and
I
somebody
gave up
else.
on New Kids on the Block when I was like 10, though. Because you should give up on...
Well, I stopped listening to NSYNC when I was like 10.
No, because you
But-
were listening to...
but- Hey, this is nostalgia, okay? This is me remembering my childhood. But I will say that if they do come tour, then I would go see them. But that's a different story.
No, you're not. You just lost all your cool points. I mean, you still have geek points, but you don't have any cool points.
Well, I didn't have much of those anyways.
I don't think we get many of those as geeks. I think by default, like, we're not supposed to have cool points.
Oh, now. Now you can. I mean,
there's a lot of hot chicks that do geeky stuff. They're now getting a lot of attention.
I mean, that's very true. There's, like, a friend of ours
Ginger O'Snap.
Yeah, she's a professional cosplayer, and she's fucking hot as hell. So is her boyfriend. He is also hot as hell.
Jeff Mackey.
Yes, I will never call
Max
him that.
Damage.
He will always be Cap.
Yeah, he always
he's the guy
cosplays
that always cosplays as
Captain American.
yeah at MTech. Yeah, I'm friends with him on Facebook.
He's hot.
Right now,
His
he's in
girlfriend's
Illinois
hot.
with his family for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it on the Instagrams.
On the IG, indeed.
But yeah. They're professional geeks.
Yeah, I need to get a hold of. Do you know any weapons makers?
Yes.
Like Nerf weapons makers and stuff like that?
Hal FX on Instagram makes stuff like that. He has a 3D printer.
Because I got a plan for Brandy and I need some